Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EGIK WM France deck G45 game with Malingo, afroblue, and average Joe 40. So looking at the first pile, we got three pretty good cards: Engineer, Silo Builder, Noble. Let's look at what else is in the pack to see if there's something that puts one above the other. Noble Godfather is a combo because you can pretty much rely on family growth even without room to be occupied. So then Godfather is getting you a grain on plow sow, which is pretty decent. I mean, woodcutter silo builder is sort of a thing. I think I will take Noble here. Yeah. Hello, Maruska. Hope you are doing well today. Okay. Wow. Constable, Harvester. Jeez. Scrounger. Oh, man. Well, Noble gets both Harvester and Constable easier than the other players because the ability to unblockably plow sow in round 14 is pretty good. So I guess I'll take Constable here. Have fewer people know about it. I would be happy to take Scrounger or Harvester on the rebound. But yeah, Constable looks decent here. Yeah. Noble having access to unblockable actions. Constable looks good. And then maybe someone else will play Harvester for me. Or should I play Harvester since I can play it early and let someone else play Constable late? I mean, I could always reveal Constable early. I don't have to hold it till the end of the game. So who knows about it? It's me and Joe that know about Constable. Oh man, Fence Overseer. Fence Overseer is not as good with Constable because Fence Overseer fences in tight. I like Hobbyist. I think I'm taking Fence Overseer anyways. Maybe we wheel Part-Time Builder. Although Part-Time Builder is dangerous in a Harvester Constable game. Commercial Baker is excellent, and Commercial Baker helps us win the get Constable points, or get Harvester points. Man, passing Fence Overseer to the Silo Builder feels kind of bad. But that player might have a hard time winning the Constable points. Hobbyist goes better with Constable? You think so? There is Blacksmith out there. So Blacksmith Hobbyist is a thing for sure. The problem is with Noble, spending a lot of stone is difficult. And I'm going to get 2 major improvement actions anyways. I think I'm going to take Commercial Baker here. The 3 grain action with Harvester in the game is too good to pass up on. So Mayor Candidate can be very dangerous, but it can be very good with cards like Noble. With Commercial Baker, it can help me build the stone oven. But I think the pick is Livestock Keeper here. Livestock Keeper is an excellent constable card. Can get you a boar or a cattle, depending on what you need. We did wheel Godfather. Although with Commercial Baker, I'm less interested in Godfather now. Foreman might not be bad here. Foreman might not be bad at all, actually. Although Glassblower Commercial Baker is a thing. 2 clay to 5 food is not bad. I mean, one clay to 3 food is pretty good. 1 clay to 3 food is pretty good. I like Foreman. Let's see if we can outplay our opponents with Foreman. And I think Blacksmith is pretty good as well. Although Stockbroker is another card that goes nicely with the Constable. Take different animals as needed. But I like Blacksmith here. Blacksmith maybe can play my Commercial Baker potentially. Makes my Commercial Baker cheaper. It is good for the hobbyist for me to play Blacksmith, but if that's the case, then maybe I get a whole bunch of food and can just have a really nice, easy game. The other thing is Blacksmith puts more stone into the game, which makes getting up to my stone house easier with Noble. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think Blacksmith is okay there. Maybe I should have taken... I think there's probably an argument for that other one, Stockbroker. So it looks like we're waiting on afroblue to see what our last card is going to be, our last occupation, I should say. So what I like here, Slapdash Reno would be great with Blacksmith because I can pay a food instead of the 1 stone. Stone House Extension would be fantastic with Blacksmith and with Noble. I want to see a plow. Riding plow would be amazing. Swing plow would be good. I can't believe we wheeled Part-Time Builder. Oh, I could have taken Fence Overseer. I think I'm going to take Peasant here over Part-Time Builder. Yeah. Peasant, Blacksmith, Commercial Baker. Yeah. I'm taking Peasant. This way, if I don't get a plow, Peasant is a pretty great pick, I think. Okay. Well, probiotic food makes getting the Commercial Baker really easy. With Blacksmith and the probiotic food, I can spend 0 stone on it. Just spend 3 food. Can I use Timetable to pay for the Commercial Baker Stone Oven? Pay for minor improvements is a minor improvement for me. But the way that we've interpreted that is that means you can build it as if it were a minor. And I don't know if Timetable can be paid I don't know if you can use the timetable goods to pay for it. Mini pasture and open fields. Give up on constable. Clear cutting is not bad. Mini pasture is decent. I guess it's passing. I don't really want to take passing mini pasture here. I have to think about the majors as minors. I'm not sure. I should maybe do a thread. I'm not sure how that interaction works. Whether you can use the timetable for the commercial baker. Either way, I think I'm probably taking clear cutting here. Getting a wood when I build major improvements seems decent. Wow, duck pond is fantastic. Glassblower shop and sawmill are also decent with peasant and blacksmith because upgrading is better than it would normally be. Yeah, duck pond is too good to pass up on here. Okay. This is probably Alchemist's Lab, although I should think about the Baker's Kitchen and the ruins with blacksmith here. Yeah, do I want? I guess what is going to make me want Alchemist's Lab if I build stuff like the pottery joinery, whereas with Baker's Kitchen, it's going to be 1 stone for 1 point if I'm returning the stone oven. But then I can always rebuy the stone oven, and rebuying the stone oven with peasant seems pretty good. Alright, I think I'm going Baker's Kitchen here. Yeah, that stone oven will be quite important because it's going to be so much food for me with commercial baker. So I want a reasonable clay action, probably like a 4 clay action. 4 clay action is enough for 3 clay reno plus 1 clay stone oven. I need to look that up. Maybe good friend. See what we say. It'll be under the good friend stuff. Good friend, here we go. Minor, major as a minor. So let's go to the end of the thread and see what the result is. Let's see what Kimball says. After much consideration, Cards such as Well Builder, Manufacturer, Kindling should all be worded using the template as though it were a minor improvement. So it's not a minor. It doesn't trigger building minors. Zorfix says play the with a minor improvement action. Yeah, so it's not actually a minor. That's their interpretation. Whoa, that's a late baby sling. Also, Peasant's Boutique. Man, this would be a great game for that that occupation that gives you a food and a read whenever people build resource eaters. Yeah. Well, honestly, Encircling Wall's not bad with Blacksmith here. 3 stone for 2 points and 4 wood. It's not bad. I mean, Baby Sling is probably too good to pass up on. Probably. I like Baby Sling a lot. With Noble, Baby Sling is too good to pass up on. Absolutely. Okay, so I could take Timetable now, because Clear Cutting, Baker's Kitchen, Baby Sling can all be used off of Timetable. Although playing Timetable before playing Baby Sling is going to be a decent amount of work, same with Clear Cutting, but maybe I can pull it off. How'd Montu's game end up? I assume some of you guys were watching that. I was listening to it as well. Oh, it's not over. Almost over. Yeah, great. I actually just looked up Timetable Commercial Baker, and I think Timetable cannot pay for the Commercial Baker stone oven. Because, so I've been thinking about that for a little bit. I was looking up stuff in the rules, and so if we look at the Good Friend, what Kimball says is, or what Zorfix says is, the way you should interpret it is you can play them with a minor improvement action. So it doesn't mean the stone oven is a minor. It's just you can play it with a minor improvement. That's the way they're sort of saying to interpret it. Okay. They wish it was worded that way, but it's not worded that way. So then, building this. So you're saying building the stone oven if commercial baker is in play does not trigger peasant? Because I think people play that it is simultaneously a minor and a major. Is that true? Is when commercial baker is in play, is it both a minor and a major? I guess it's not impossible for cards to be both. All right. I mean, that's not unreasonable. So Almanac is not bad when I can pay only 1 wood for it. The problem is I might only want like 1 sow action the whole game, and I feel like the breeding action is not going to be really that relevant with Constable. I think a card like Watering Can might be better, because Watering Can I can play in round 13 to not need a sow action in round 14. Seeing both the Glassblower Shop and the Sawmill are kind of funny. I mean, rebuying potteries and joineries are better than normal with cards like Peasant here. I already have Baker's Kitchen to rebuy stuff, though. I wish this hand. I wish I could just add Hobbyist to this hand. If I could just add Hobbyist, that would be so great. I'm going to have an unblockable plow sow in round 14, so I think I probably am not sowing before then. So I think I'm not going to play Watering Can. I'll take Glassblower Shop here. So I have 2 upgrades already, which is... Not going to play Handmill. Not going to play Wood Strongbox with Noble. I'm probably not going to play Country Silo either. So my miners are not particularly good for taking start player ever. Which does make Foreman more difficult. Oh, I just removed Country Silo. Yeah, I just removed Country Silo. Oh well, we can forget about it. I don't need it anyways. I'm not going to play it. Not when I have Commercial Baker in hand. Reedstone Food round 1. Happy about that. Handmill might not be the worst with Blacksmith. Yeah, grain to 2 food is pretty bad still, though, right? Like, it doesn't save you. It doesn't actually gain you anything on eating raw grain until you're eating your second grain. Because, of course, you had to pay the food for the first one. To play the improvement. If I had a card like Stone Curator, sure. But if I'm eating more than 1 raw grain this game, I've done something very wrong. Why do people keep passing me Baby Sling? They must not. They must not be watching. Although maybe they're thinking, if I pass this card to William, for sure he will play it, and then everything will be right with the world. However, Baby Sling with Noble is pretty absurd. If Family Growth is round 12, I think we're just going to win. If we Noble, Baby Sling, Family Growth round 12, I think we just win. And in fact, if we start player into Family Growth, we can Family Growth normally, unoccupy with Baby Sling, then someone else will Family Growth, then we can use our Noble to get back on the Family Growth action space later. Which would be pretty absurd. Oh no. Well, Malingo's going to have a rough time this game. No reason to double Family Growth with Baby Sling. I mean, it would be action equivalent, right? It would depend if I had other stuff I wanted to do with that first move. Like, maybe I want to Noble Plow Sow twice. Yeah, exactly. Joe got to play 2 Occs, and the second one is Oceanographer, which is pretty weak. Loses your food. Yeah. But the ability to Noble something at the end of round 13 could be relevant. Did you get credit? Like, are you able to use like the special goodies and stuff? Like the special faces and stuff on the site now? Because I'm wondering if Chris processed that for you yet. And if he hasn't, I'll send him an email. Not yet? Okay, I'll send him an email. Wow, there's 4 clay available. I mean, with Constable and Baby Sling, I have to take 2 Reed, but 4 clay. I'll send him an email after I'm done streaming. Whoa, afroblue with pine forest into grain into plow. Huh. I wonder if they're doing something with the clay oven. Maybe trying to. They might be trying to set up. What's that France Tech miner that makes your occupations cost 2 food less? Is it 2 Win Tuesday? It's not 2 Win Tuesday. I'll do 2 Win Wednesday tomorrow. Whoa, there's 3 wood available and expensive occupation. I could play foreman here. I could play constable. I could just take 3 wood and get ready to build when build is available. Sure, I'll take 3 wood. Golden rose, that's it. Thank you. So the game ended a little lopsidedly, Montu. Yeah, taking the 3 wood makes it less likely that I go last next round, so I think it's okay. I could have maybe start playered, but I don't really have a miner to start player with, except for baby sling, so I'm exaggerating. Well, in my first game, Bigfoot played educator and was looking pretty dangerous. So I blocked his 3 sheep action in round 4 to screw up his feeding, and then he and I both came last. We tied for last. Now, to be fair, we tied for last, and part of it was because there was a third player who was taking 1 animal a bunch, and we both needed pairs of animals. I mean, the sheep was 2 food for me. It wasn't the worst move in the world, but and it didn't change the family growth queue at all. Like, I still grew in the same position. But yeah, the big problem was that I did a couple 1 stable actions that I was trying to set up that France occupation. Wow, I'm gonna be able to double build. These guys are giving me all the actions that I want. What was I saying? Something. I don't remember anymore. Oh, fence and stable and get 1 of each type of animal. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, with that's the dream, right? When you take that occupation that lets you play a miner, another Occ and a miner. That's the dream. Stockbroker here for Malingo. So I didn't really pass Malingo any like early cattle matters cards or early board matters cards, but that doesn't mean he didn't first pick something. Animal welfare, that's it. Thank you, Harlequin. Cheapskate, yes. Hewer with Pine Forest is kind of interesting because, like, it makes it a bit better for you to take a random 2 clay action, but also, like, if nobody else is taking the clay actions, it just means there's really not a lot on the board for you to do. Uselessly at trivia. Oh, Trailblazer, that's fun. Okay, yeah, Trailblazer's nice. With Oceanographer, sure. So we've got 3 players with 1 field already. So hopefully that means that it should be relatively easy for me to get my fields late. And I have Peasant to help with that as well, so. Ooh, bookshelf. That's a good one. I'm hoping Joe will pass me the 2 reed. I think what I do is I take the 3 wood, and then Joe... I either get reedstone food or 2 reed next round. 2 reed is better with baby sling, but this looks like I can double build, which is pretty ridiculous. Especially because if Malingo takes the 3 wood, then I can take 2 reed and nobody else will be able to build in round 4, which lets me double build round 5. So that I can 2 reed into a 4 food action, which is pretty absurd. I guess it's not guaranteed that the 4 food actions wheel, but... So we passed a couple good cards, couple good combos. We passed Silo Builder and Fence Overseer. And we passed, what was the other one in that opening pack? There's another decent card, and I can't think of what it was anymore. Ooh, Woodcutter. Well, thank you very much for letting me get 2 reed. Oh, man. Afroblue not going for wood is great for me. Part-time builder. But I mean they weren't both, yeah, sorry, but I mean probably Malingo took Silo Builder and then Malingo then took Fence Overseer, I would guess. There's hobbyists out there. Yeah, there's some good cards. Barn Builder and Fence Overseer. Barn Builder is if you have no unfenced stables. Is that it? You can build a stable. Hope Joe passes me 4 food. That would be neat. Malingo's gonna drop the 2 clay, 2 sheep, take 2 cattle. So that's gonna be a lot of food that's available for the fireplace people, which at the moment is just Malingo. Build a stable and get a food. What might you use that food for? Sounds like another autofarm.exe. Oh, excuse me. It's been a while since I've scored 70. Probably more than a year since I've had a 70-point game. Well, my first action, I don't even have to first action build next round. I can second action build. Which means my first move can take 6 clay, or play occupation commercial baker, or play occupation foreman if I think I need the food. Afroblue start player mini pasture. So probably gonna steal those sheep. It's Redo. What's the point of foreman? 1 food per round. I need food. I also want to play occupations so that I can play like my duck pond and stuff, and my clear cutting. So I don't really have minors I can play right now. Yeah, there's another mini game. Foreman. Foreman's another mini game within. It's another game within the game. I can play baby sling. Yeah, but I don't want to play baby sling on family growth, right? I don't know. I'm not guaranteed the food, but if I could galaxy brain it, then I can get all the food, right? That's the goal, right? That's what we're always trying to do. We're trying to galaxy brain this game. It's not 2-win day. It's not 2-win Tuesday, so I can galaxy brain as much as I want. What do we got here? Reedstone food. So I could take the 6 clay. I mean, Foreman for the next 2 rounds is basically guaranteed. The only other thing I could do is like something with Commercial Baker, but I think I'm going to just play Foreman here. As much as I would like the 6 clay, I'm going to play Foreman here. So that way I can play start player clear cutting or whatever. And I can get food to play more occupations. I'm going to be able to build into grow round 6. Like, I could build the first room round 6 and not have to worry about start playering to get round 7 family growth. You know what, Montu? I think Commercial Baker, like, in this situation is fine. Like, if round 5 was family growth, playing Commercial Baker and then taking 3 grain in round 6 and 7 and then baking last action round 7 is fantastic. I like Commercial Baker because 3 grain is the best second action in the game possible, basically in round 1. But okay, Joe is now able to build, so that means I might actually need to start player. So that's what I'll do. I think with the family growth queue, it's looking like it's going to be pretty, like, it's coming late. So I think that helps Foreman as well. Fence Overseer for Malingo. No family growth yet. Or sorry, no build a room yet. D plus F Foreman. So if Malingo and afroblue do not start player into first action build, into average Joe first action build, so Malingo could take Reed into start player, But that would mean they're passing on 6 wood, which is difficult to do. So afroblue is not threatening build. I guess afroblue could 2-read into start player, maybe. So it's really just Joe that I'm worried about. If Joe does not start player into first move build round 7, we could double grow round 7. Because we can grow with baby sling and then go back to the family grow space. And we have the food because we're going to end up with 6 food with animal pen. Or with foreman. Malingo takes the 6 wood. Yep, I figured that was what was going to happen. Afroblue does have their pine forest coming in. Are you forced to take it? When it has 5 wood, yes. Not you may, but you must. So, yeah, it looks like Afroblue is going to build an oven. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing that Afroblue is going to build an oven, which does mean there's a bit of pressure on me getting my stone oven out. Which, you know, I did pass on the 6 clay actions. But family growth coming around 7, I feel justified for doing that. I was kind of hedging my bets. 6 clay would have been far superior if family growth is around 6. But family growth around 7, I think foreman was the better move. Because the 6 clay would have taken too long before it became food, whereas foreman was immediate food, like immediate 2 food before this harvest. Joe, start player fruit tree. It's fine with me. So that means Joe is going to certainly start player build. He needs food though. Joe needs food. Joe needs food. I think I'd play commercial baker. I need to start getting my occupations out. Since I'm not going to get to double grow next round, I can afford to spend 1 food here. Ovens might be gone before I can get 1. Yep, and that would be quite bad for my baker's kitchen as well. But, yeah, the family growth queue is going so easily for me, I'm not too worried about it. Because I'm going to be able to grow round 7 and round 8 no matter what. Because nobody, unless somebody can unblockably build, like unless 2 people build round 7, I'll be able to first move grow round 8. Round 7 and round 8. For the cost of 1 baby sling action. 1 baby sling start player. So, game is going phenomenally well for me. So Joe needs food. How is Joe going to get food with this move? Or is... Yeah, because Joe wants to build into grow next round. He could build the joinery here. Joinery and then eat 2 raw grain. As bad as that is. Blacksmith, ambush oven. Yep, that would be good. Afroblue playing engineer. Feels a bit excessive. Engineer with hewer and with an oven ready to go. Joe sows and is going to... Whoa! Joe is even paying for Trailblazer here. So does that mean Joe is going to take clay into building the stone oven? 4 clay into stone oven? Or reedstone food into stone oven? Because he's picking up a clay here. I don't see how he feeds otherwise. Unless there's a miner oven. He might have a miner oven. Yeah, Joe might have a miner oven. Well, I don't think I need to do this because it seems like Joe is going to starve, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'll family growth and throw out duck pond. Because getting 2 food before the next harvest will probably be pretty good. And then next harvest I'll play clear cutting on family growth. And then should be playing the stone oven shortly after that. Hopefully with blacksmith. Other pine forces can't dump 5 wood for nothing. It's saying you can't dump wood from your supply to continue increasing pine forest. So you can't. It's not that you can't dump the 5 wood. It's that you can't dump any wood. Like if you had 1 wood left in your supply, it's saying you can't get rid of that last wood. I'm eager to see what Joe does here. I hope he's got a miner oven. If he has a miner oven, then that's been quite good for him. Too slow for Malingo? I don't know. We'll see. Salad Builder does want a big stable build, but I mean, grain, vegetable is fine. It's over time. It's still really good with Fence Overseer. afroblue building the clay oven. Alright. Joe, how are you feeding? How are you feeding, Joe? Rum distillery? I would be happy if it was rum distillery because that means he's not gonna that would use some of his stone, which makes me getting an oven more reliable. I knew it. I knew Joe could not afford to grow. Alright. I would like to steal the stone oven from Joe. Because Joe really clearly seems to want the stone oven. How do I do that? I need stone. I mean, timetable gets me... It gets me all the way there, but what other major am I playing to enable timetable? There's nothing really else that I would do. Also, the other thing I'm looking at is that it would be pretty good to just let all these wood accumulation spaces increase. Like, if I did something like reedstone food into family growth again, then I could take, like, 6 wood next round twice. It's not stealing it from Joe. That's true. You're right. You're right about that. Like, I'm going to want... There's going to be 6 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood potentially. Because Malingo needs to take... No, Malingo does not need to take food. 4 wood is very good. I want to be in a position to get 2 4-wood actions next round. But the thing is, if I'm going to baby sling next round, I'm going to want to first move baby sling next round. So I think I might second move get one of the really good wood actions. Yeah, so I'm going to take Reedstone Food here. It gets me 1 stone away from the stone oven with Blacksmith. Yeah. I think that's the play. And then my last move could even be commercial baking. Or it could be family growth. If I family growth, then I don't have to first move baby sling next round. So I pay 1 food, 1 extra food to increase the quality of my actions next round. And you know what? The actions available next round are really good. They are absurdly good. Malingo, start player Goose Pond. So that means Joe can grow before me next round, which means I do have to family growth here. That's fine, so I'll go ahead and family growth clear cutting. And I probably still get one of the 6 wood actions. Because Malingo has to build, and then Joe grows. And so there's going to be 6 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood, 6 clay. And 6 stone. And I'll get 2 of them. The 3 stone I don't care about so much. But I'm going to have 4 actions. 4 actions gives me nice flexibility for doing stuff at the end of the round, assuming the stone oven is still available. Yeah, because if Joe first action builds, that means he cannot also build the stone oven next round. So then I'm only at risk of losing the stone oven to afroblue. Whoops. Feed 6. Form into 6 clay. I'll take the 6 clay first. I think afroblue will not take the 6 clay. Maybe it's correct for me to put it on the 5 wood, because then I get the 5 wood and then I maybe even get the 6 clay back. But the 6 clay is pretty important for my, if I do want to build a stone oven next round. Is Doe Academy feeding here? I don't know if I've watched enough Doe Academy to get that. Feeding with the foreman. Barely manages to feed every harvest. Yeah. Just barely skate by. As long as afroblue doesn't check the stone oven, I'm not just fine, I'm in good shape. So I bet what's going to happen is Joe will... I wonder if Joe is going to try to like take 3 stone to hopefully prevent me from building the stone oven myself. Unfortunately for Joe, that's not going to work. Also, yeah, timetable has not worked out. I was kind of thinking that with timetable, I might baby sling. Like, say I did a 3-room game with Noble to baby sling both family growth without room twice. I was kind of thinking along those lines. And then timetable could actually use the read. But the way things have worked out is it's not worked out like that at all. Malingo going for the 2 cattle again instead of the 5 wood on the board or the 3 stone. I mean, that's good because I don't care about animals for a while. Not until I've gotten my oven going. Afroblue is fencing here. Fencing with 5 wood on the board seems bad. Joe Reedstone Foods. Bad luck for Joe. Oh man, I can start player into 6 wood. Alright, so we're going to take 3 grain. I don't even need to play blacksmith here. So 1 move is 3 grain. 1 move is 3 stone. And then last move can be start player, stone oven, bake 2. Guess he didn't remember passing Commercial Baker. I mean, Commercial Baker was on the table. I played it, what, round 5? Round 6? Might have been one of those cases where you hope something happens rather than think something will happen. I do that all the time. So getting peasant out seems reasonable here. Because I don't have... I want to get to stone, but there's resources available for major improvements. Overestimate the amount of grain school lunch lady will provide. I remember the first Agricola game I watched, Permaculturist and Commercial Baker. Oh, that's fun. Fun combo. X-Ben 9. More cattle for Malingo. So many cattle. Wonder if he's got milking stool or something. First pick. I think first pick was Goose Spawn though, because I don't think I passed Goose Spawn. But yeah, it could have been first pick, milking hand. I don't know. Milking hand would be pretty good. Although it's not a minor, so it can't be played on family growth here. So 6 grain. Now that's just excessive. So you have to play commercial baker, play permaculturist, take grain twice, and sow. That's 5 moves. Maybe that's correct. Maybe that's correct, and then you just eat 4 raw grain. Yeah, that might be correct. Hopefully your last 3 moves are pretty efficient. Afroblue building the well here. Excuse me. The well not being available makes peasant a bit worse. Because average Joe's got 3 stone that has to go into something. Yeah, Joe's in a rough spot. Not getting an oven is pretty devastating. Takes the 4 clay, yeah. So I guess I'll 3 read, and then I can look at the Basket Maker's Workshop. I could do something like peasant into Renault BMW. Yeah, pottery. I guess no, I can't Renault pottery there. What am I saying? I mean, if Joe doesn't build the pottery, I will. But Joe has the pottery on Renault, leaving himself with 0 clay. Yeah, you know what? I might be able to steal the pottery from Joe, which is so cruel. I could peasant into blacksmith here. I have the food for it, and then I'm also ready to build the Basket Maker's Workshop. Oh, clay deposit coming out. Yeah, clay deposit makes the pottery even better. Might be good enough for Joe to take 5 clay here. Problem is, his feeding is in a pretty bad spot. I mean, clay deposit is probably good enough for me to take 5 clay and then just Renault. Maybe not. Maybe I do peasant into blacksmith here either way. Yeah, because if I build the pottery, the Basket Maker's Workshop, and maybe a rebuilt stone oven, that's 3 fields for peasant, which is very much worth it. Oh, Joe's playing Animal Breeder. Okay. So I could 5 clay into Renault pottery. But if I 5 clay and then don't get the pottery, then that's not a great move. I could just blacksmith the pottery right now. And then 5 clay afterwards. Yeah. What did Joe do? He sowed. So 6 clays available, or 6 woods available next round. So I think I'm going to clay deposit here to give myself the option of Renault. Whoops, I'm giving myself 5 food. I should be giving myself 5 clay. And feed 6 food and a clay. Pick up a food here. Take 6 wood. Also get a food from the foreman. Afroblue gonna play cowherd. It's a little strange. I have to play another expensive occupation, which is annoying. I have to keep using the expensive Occs space. But I guess that's what happens when you have 7 great occupations. Alright, 6 great occupations and 1 good occupation. Joe, this might be Reno fireplace for Joe. Yep. Could play peasant here. Yeah, probably play peasant here. Peasant should be 2 fields, maybe 3. If it's 3, then it's definitely worth it. With Animal Breeder, he didn't really need the oven. No, but that makes his Trailblazer Oceanographer play quite a bit worse. Like, it wasn't worth delaying Family Growth so much to set up Oceanographer Trailblazer. I don't think. He does need a cooking hearth. I think Malingo is gonna is gonna build a stable, build a room in a stable. Afroblue's Family Growth plus Diamond Mine, sure. I'm gonna grab the Basket Maker's Workshop just to make sure that it's mine. And then I can blacksmith a food and pay a food for a field, and then I get a wood from peasant. And then my last move could probably be Commercial Bake. Maybe could be Fence. There's some pretty great animal actions available. Yeah, could last move Fence here, just Fence 13. Although fencing this early is a little dangerous because I don't know for sure that I'm going to be able to get 5 fields. But with Peasant out, I should be able to plow 3 times with this many family members. I've got the pottery and the basket maker's workshop ready to go for feeding. I mean, I could glassblower shop upgrade. I forgot about glassblower shop. So if I upgrade and rebuy stone oven and the pottery, then I've gotten 3 fields out of peasant. I totally forgot about glassblower shop. Oh, I also have grain silo, but I removed that from my hand because grain silo sucks. It sucks. I mean, it's decent, but it's bad. Yeah, something like Renault, like start player glassblower shop into Renault pottery next round would be decent. 1 card tied behind my back. Yeah, all the animals available next round are pretty appealing, but they don't help me feed unless I build the fireplace. I could Renault fireplace. But if I Renault fireplace, I'm not eating from my pottery, unless I take clay again. Oh, man! Not sure what I should be doing. Also, I've gotten the foreman food every round. I would just like to point that out. Where the goal is going to be now, have the foreman food for every round this game. Make sure I get it. So Joe, I think Joe is going to need to first move take the sheep. So I can put the foreman food somewhere else, like on the 3 stone, and I should get that 3 stone action. Now the 3 stone action is not necessarily the most contested, so I don't necessarily need to put it there with my first move, but mini pasture is also pretty good to get here. So now I really have more than enough wood. I could definitely seriously consider building the joinery. I could definitely build the joinery. There's 6 food fishing. Maybe I should just take the 6 food fishing instead of fencing. As much as I want to get all these pairs of animals, I gotta set up for harvester. I think setting up for harvester is probably a bit more important. You know what? The 6 food is much worse compared to 3 grain. Let's just take 3 grain. F to 3 stone. Yeah, let's make sure I get the harvester points. Having lots of animals is not going to be as important. Like, I should be able to get 2 animals in round 13 and round 14. These guys can have the animals. Yeah, I think I'm going to do something like 3 stone into start player, glassblower shop into Renault, rebuild the pottery. Something like that. I might not even need noble this game. Maybe I play noble. Maybe my last 2 actions around 14 are noble and does clay deposit and hewer interact with each other? Take clay from an action space. Yeah, huh. That does. Start player baker's kitchen, rebuild stone oven. I can do that too. Yep. And but the stone oven is maybe more contested. Like, these guys all seem like they would like the stone oven, whereas the pottery, I feel like the pottery's less contested. Also, the upgrading the baker's kitchen is the same amount of food whenever I bake it, but the glassblower shop gives me more food for the pottery conversion I'm gonna do anyways this harvest. So that's the other reason that I like doing the pottery here, is that it's one more food from like spending the same amount of stuff. I can also bake 4 times for 20 food. Yes, I can do that. That's also a very good point. I mean, I could just start player mini pasture as well. And passing Malingo mini pasture is not the biggest deal when Malingo's got fence overseer. Harvester has not been played yet. Harvester is not in play. So Average Joe's the only person who looks like they can get the Harvester points. Unless one of these other guys pull out a plow. They really need a plow to be able to get the Harvester points. If I can avoid spending any grain, the nice thing about not spending grain is that with a vegetable action, then I can sow 4 grain in 1 veg, and there we go. That's my harvester there. So I kind of like fishing into Reno here. Fishing is almost as good as the 3 grain. And then the thing is, with the Reno, with the grain, I can sow round 13, and then the harvested grain I can bake in round 14. And then I don't even need to rebuy the stone oven. I can rebuy the stone oven if I can afford to, but I don't have to. Malingo, itinerant laborers, getting a sow action, sure. Wonder where the harvester's at. I mean, I know I'm wanting to set up for a constable, but I wonder where the harvester's at. Afroblue's going to build the pottery. So that's fine. Then I can Baker's Kitchen on Reno. Or I could joinery actually on Reno rather than Baker's Kitchen. There's plenty of wood, and I have access to lots of wood. Yeah. So save a stone, pay 2 food for a stone, and a field. Oh, I'm still start player. Oh, of course I took start player. Whoops. So let's eat a reed. Let's not eat a reed. Let's keep a reed for Reno. Let's eat a clay. And I get plus wood from the field. And so we can eat maybe a clay and a wood for 5 food, and then we feed another 3. And it's family growth. So we barely need noble this game. Oh, and I get a food from foreman. Joe's gonna fence 6. So he should be able to trailblaze twice more, I imagine is the plan. Because Joe does know about let's get a field and a wood. So now if I can grab one more field from peasant and then 1 plow sow action, that's the rest of my game. Two stables. That seems odd. 'Cause you can't fence oversee both of them. I mean, Harvester's still not out yet, to be fair. Yeah, Joe wants to trailblaze to get his vegetable. 2 stables seems wrong. I tend to agree. Maybe he's looking at the wood and thinking there's enough wood in the game that fencing is something you can do. Or the other thing would be maybe he's got something that lets him I don't know. Do something. Do something. Average Joe start player honeymoon. Sounds good to me. So it looks like I could fence here, but no, fence is blocked. Alright. Take a veg? Sure. Take a veg, and then I can look at sow bake here. Sow a veg, sow 2 grain, bake 2 grain, and then I just need one more sow action in round 14. Honeymoon with 3 people. Yeah, maybe he's planning to family growth again next round. So that means I would get plow sow. So if I'm going to get plow sow, then sow bake is quite a bit worse. I'm going to take 1 boar, just so I don't need as many animal actions at the end of the game after fencing. 1 boar is not great because it's only 2 points, but it means that livestock keeper plus taking cattle like both work for getting the cattle that I would need. And then I can focus on taking sheep after fencing. Whoops. Maybe commercial bake here, and then I can start player baker's kitchen. No one else really wants to fence. I guess I was thinking start player mini pasture. If I'm gonna mini pasture, then I should take food here. I think 3 grain is a good option. Form into plow sow. Plus wood. So 3 stone second action would be great because 3 stone lets me family growth Reno baker's kitchen here, which solves my feeding for the rest of the game and also gets my gets me to stone for my noble. Joe's the only person who would play Harvester. And I'm not sure if it's even worth it to play anymore because it doesn't gain any points against me, and I'm his biggest rival. Happy to take 3 stone here. There's 3 of us that can Reno right now. Afroblue, Malingo, and I, and Malingo's going to start player nothing, so that means I should Reno with my next move. It doesn't have to be my... No, it doesn't have to be my next move. Joe would have to pick up Reed somehow to be able to Reno. Malingo could... You know what, though? Malingo could take Reedstone Food. Could Reno and then take Reedstone Food. Yeah. So I'll just Reno with my next move. Play it safe. I'm giving the Stone Oven to Malingo, which is not ideal, but it's okay. Rising up to the challenge of his rival. So Reno, Stone Oven, Fence, take sheep or cattle, whatever's still there. I also was right about getting pairs of animals in round 13, it looks like. Afroblue's going to Reno Cooking Hearth here. So I should probably Reedstone Food just to dissuade Malingo from wanting to double Reno. Although I guess Malingo can't double Reno anyways. So I could play Constable and then Fence 15. Constable, Fence 15, take an animal. And then eat... No, how am I feeding if I do that? That would be a way to not feed my family. So I should probably feed my family. That generally seems like a good idea. Maybe just Fence 13 then. Fence 13, eat a clay and a wood. Yeah, I can do that. Hope that Malingo wants to Reno Fence. Joe just gave away Constable to the rest of the table. Maybe. I guess he should try to get the last field with the vegetable on it if he can. Although I think he probably did. Yeah, I think that the board just hasn't updated. He updated for round 14. He did get the vegetable. I don't know if it's giving it away because he only reason to build that stable. He built 3 stables, didn't he? Pretty sure he just built 3 stables. If you're talking about the stable outside his farm, it's 1 point whether it's outside or inside. Oh, he's the passing miner to sow, so he's not going to cooking hearth upgrade. Alright guys, let's keep it going. How slow have I been? Not as slow as anyone else in this game. Oh. I wonder if Malingo just sensed the stable pressure because of Pine Forest and then Average Joe building stables. Maybe that's why Malingo built both his stables then. Figured he wasn't getting back to the build room space. Taking a third vegetable. Yeah, I get 2 cattle with my third move this round, which is pretty gross. And then last move, 3 sheep. I guess technically I should take the 3 sheep before the 2 cattle there, because I can get cattle out of Livestock Keeper. But this doesn't give away the game as much. About, like, if I take 3 sheep over a constable, the only reason to do that is if you have, or 3 sheep over cattle. The only reason to do that would be if you had constable. Well, we've been live for 5.5 hours, so this is going to be the last game. Could sometimes do 3 games in this time. We had a bit of a break. I mean, I went to go get lunch, which took a while, so that's going to happen. I can feed, right? If I do this? Yes, I can. So all I need to do is cover that last space and, whoops. We're good to go. Clay, wood, 5 food. And I have some raw, I can always eat raw grain if I don't get a bake action. So one thing to note is I can't play noble and constable here because there's a chance harvester will come out as well. I don't think it will, but it's possible that it comes out from Joe. What's Malingo doing? Oh, jeez. Come on. I guess Malingo's not played that many games, but this is pretty brutal. Oh, Foreman. Foreman to expensive Occ. I guess I don't have to place Foreman. I could put Foreman on the clay action or on the 5 wood action, but expensive Occ is fine. Joe only has 2 moves here. I mean, we could take 3 stone and then build the stone oven and baker's kitchen and stone oven. We have enough moves. It is dependent on us getting 2 major improvement actions, though. And the problem is, the moment that I baker's kitchen, Malingo will... I guess Malingo wants red offense, though. Let's try it this way. Yeah, because I'm not going to play Constable and Noble and then Plow Sow. That's just going to be way too many moves. So I'll take the 3 stone here. There were a couple stone miners in the draft. There was like ruins and stuff, so maybe they'll think that I have one of those. Yeah, Malingo Reno fenced. Knew it. So that means we can major minor into Reno Stone Oven. So I have a lot of options now. And I think there's no way I don't win now. I am giving Average Joe the Constable points, and Joe is probably my closest opponent, but it's not guaranteed. So if I'm going to play Constable, I'm going to build, I've got a Reno, I'm going to build the oven. I have 1 extra move, which could be a 3-point clay deposit grab. That's probably the way to go. Occupation, yeah, it doesn't gain me points against Joe, so I think I'm not going to do it. Pay 1. I'll eat raw grain to blacksmith it. And then I can bake 2. And then pay 1 for a field, getting a wood. Oh, right. I can't plow. Right. Good catch. That might come later. Might come later. It's okay. I've got to rebuild the stone oven on Reno. That's a secret sneak peek for the others. Malingo takes the stuff to Reno. Right click, reload to reorganize my farm. Like that. Also hitting F5. Does it work that way? Like if I screw up, I don't know, put Baker's Kitchen up here and I hit F5. Oh, it does work. Oh, hey, awesome. Thank you, Fofo. That's very helpful. Oh, Scrounger! No! Oh, no! Alright. So, stone oven. Building the stone oven just got a lot worse. Actually, it's not even the stone oven, it's the baker's kitchen just got a lot worse. Oh well. I think I do this anyways. I forgot about Scrounger. I totally forgot about Scrounger. So I may as well bake another 2 grain. And then I can spend a food for a wood and a food for a stone. A food for a wood and an eye and a food for a stone. Yeah. Eating that one basket maker's reed. Darn. While certainly taking clay deposit is good with my glassblower shop, it's a 3-point move. And then it gives me the option of last move taking reed for 3 points. But probably I could just play constable. That would be fine too. I can look at the scores quickly. At this point, normally I'd count them in my head rather than looking, just because this feels like a little bit like cheating. Yeah, you know what? These 3 are all pretty close to each other, so it doesn't really matter. Two read is 4 points. Oh, I have the basket maker's workshop. Of course I do. Compared to constable. So yeah, 4 points against everyone versus 0 points against Joe. Totally forgot about Scrounger. I knew there were multiple 4-wood Occs. I was focusing on Harvester and Constable, but Scrounger was in that pile as well. Reed first, I can be blocked on it. Taking Reed versus the Constable is not really any different to me. I mean, it's a point swing difference with Joe versus the others, but I'm winning. It's not going to be close. This farm is already in the 50s. Yeah, this farm is in the 50s without the glassblower shop. This is the only round I haven't gotten Foreman in, by the way. Alright. Speed 10. GG. Read a cattle. So final score looks like 64. Yeah, nothing. I don't have a rebuilt pottery messing up my glassblower's workshop. So yeah, 55 plus 9, so 64. 64, 50, 47. I think Joe had sent 44. No, that doesn't seem right. Oh, sorry. I got confused. So 64, 50 for Malingo, 44. Yes, afroblue did score their final. There we go. The 64, 50, 44, 47. Afroblue seemed to have done that right. 3 points Scrounger. Yep, looks good. 64, pretty huge. Well, yeah, I got to grow round 7, round 8. Or I got to grow twice in round 7 as the first family growth. I got some really good wood actions. Yeah. The quality of my moves were very high. Very high. Alright. GG guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I am done for today. We're going to be doing 2-Win Tuesday tomorrow. Oh, I just realized my laundry's been in the washer this whole time. We're going to be doing 2-Win Wednesday tomorrow. I'll probably try to start similar time to today. Hopefully we can get some games a bit quicker. We were sort of waiting a while today, so. Alright. That's all for me. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.